breathe with me for just a moment. I see you there, sitting with that quiet ache in your chest, the one you try so hard to hide even from yourself, the one that whispers, if they really knew me, they wouldn't love me. I see how you carry this invisible weight, this secret belief that somewhere inside you, you're fundamentally flawed, broken, unfixable. You've become so skilled at hiding the parts of yourself that don't fit, the messy emotions, the perceived weaknesses, the shadows you're ashamed of, that sometimes you even forget they're there until they surface in ways you can't control. A sudden tear when you're alone, a panic that rises out of nowhere. That familiar knot in your stomach when you're trying to connect with someone you care about. You've probably spent years trying to fix yourself, haven't you? Reading self-help books, trying new therapies, making promises to change, only to feel that sinking disappointment when the broken parts still show up. You look around and wonder, why can't I be like everyone else? Why do I feel so much? Why does it hurt so deeply? And in your most vulnerable moments, that cruel voice whispers, you're too much and not enough all at the same time. I know that voice. I've heard it in the quiet hours of the night, in the mirror before you put on your I'm fine face. It tells you that your sensitivity is weakness, that your anxiety makes you unlovable, that your past mistakes define your worth. It convinces you that if people saw the real you, the one with the scars and the fears and the messy emotions, they'd turn away. So you hide, you mask, you pretend, you become a master of camouflage in your own life. But here's what that voice doesn't tell you. The parts you're hiding aren't broken. They're not evidence of your failure. They're not proof that you're unlovable. They're simply parts of you that have been wounded. Parts that have been trying to protect you all along, even when their methods feel messy or confusing. Your anxiety? It's trying to keep you safe. Your depression? It's a signal that something needs attention. Your sensitivity? It's a superpower that's been mislabeled as weakness. Today, we're not here to fix you. We're not here to make you normal or less broken. We're here to gently, tenderly begin the work of remembering that you were never broken to begin with. That the parts you've been hiding aren't flaws to be erased, but sacred pieces of your story that deserve to be seen, honored, and integrated. This is your safe space, your sanctuary, a place where you can finally exhale and say, I don't have to hide here. So let's begin this journey together, one gentle breath at a time. Let's start by acknowledging the courage it takes just to be here right now, willing to face the parts of yourself you've been hiding. That takes strength, real, authentic strength, that many people never develop. So before we go any further, place your hand over your heart and feel that steady, persistent beat. That is your truth. That is your wholeness. That is the part of you that has never been broken, even when everything else felt shattered. The parts you hide, they're not enemies, they're messengers. They're the quiet voices inside you that have been trying to tell you something important, but you've been too afraid to listen. Maybe they're telling you that you've been hurt, that you need protection, that you deserve more, that you're carrying too much. They show up in ways that feel inconvenient or uncomfortable because they don't know how to speak any other language. They're like a child who's been through trauma, acting out because they don't have the words to express their pain. So let's begin by sending compassion to those hidden parts. Not because they're bad or wrong, but because they've been carrying such heavy burdens for so long. Imagine sitting across from the part of you that feels most broken, the part you're most ashamed of. See it not as something to be fixed, but as a wounded version of yourself that's been trying to survive. Look into its eyes and say, gently, I see you, I hear you, I'm here with you now. You are not broken because you feel deeply. You are not broken because you feel deeply. Your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's your superpower. It's what allows you to feel joy more intensely, to connect more authentically, to create more meaningfully. The world may have told you that your emotions are too much, but I'm telling you now, they're perfect. They're exactly what make you uniquely you. The tears you've hidden, the fears you've suppressed, the vulnerabilities you've masked, they're not signs of weakness. They're signs of a heart that's alive, that's feeling, that's human. You are not broken because you need to protect yourself. You are not broken because you need to protect yourself. That wall you've built around your heart, it wasn't built because you're incapable of love. It was built because you've loved deeply and been hurt. It was built because you've trusted and been betrayed. It was built because you've given your all and been taken for granted. And it's served you well. It's kept you safe when you needed safety most. But now, in this moment, you don't need to keep building. You can simply be. You can let the walls soften just a little, knowing that you're safe here, that you're seen here, that you're loved here, exactly as you are. You are not broken because you carry shame. You are not broken because you carry shame. Shame is a liar. It tells you that your mistakes define you when in truth they've only shaped you. It tells you that your past is a prison, when in reality it's simply a chapter in your story. Shame says you are bad, but the truth is you have done bad things, and so has every human who has ever lived. You're not your mistakes. You are not your darkest moments. You are the awareness that recognizes them, the heart that seeks to grow from them, the spirit that keeps trying despite them. Breathe in and feel the truth of these words settling into your bones. I am not broken. I am beautifully, messily, wonderfully human. Breathe out and release the illusion that you need to be perfect to be loved. You are not broken because you don't have it all together. You're not broken because you don't have it all together. Look around at the natural world. Does the ocean apologize for its waves? Does the tree shame itself for its knots and bends? Does the river criticize itself for changing course? No, they simply exist, beautifully imperfect, perfectly evolving. And you, my dear, are just as natural, just as whole, just as worthy of existence, exactly as you are in this moment, with all your perceived flaws, all your hidden parts, all your messy humanity. You are not broken because you need help. You are not broken because you need help. Asking for support isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the recognition that we weren't meant to carry everything alone. Even the strongest trees grow in forests, their roots intertwined for support. Even the mightiest mountains are part of a range sharing the weight of the sky. Your need for connection, for understanding, for healing, it's not a sign of brokenness, it's a sign that you're human. And being human is the most perfect state of being there is. You're not broken because you feel lost. You're not broken because you feel lost. Sometimes the path forward isn't clear because you're not meant to see the whole journey yet. Sometimes you need to sit in the fog to remember what truly matters. Sometimes you need to feel lost to discover parts of yourself you never knew were there. This isn't failure, it's evolution. You're not wandering aimlessly, you're gathering the pieces of yourself that have been scattered along the way. Each moment of confusion, each feeling of disorientation, it's bringing you closer to your true self, even when it doesn't feel like it. You are not broken because you're healing. You're not broken because you're healing. Healing isn't a straight line, it's a spiral. You'll revisit the same lessons, the same wounds, but from a higher perspective each time. What feels like going backward is often the deepest work happening beneath the surface. Like a tree that appears dormant in winter while its roots are growing stronger underground, your healing is happening even when you can't see it, even when you don't feel it, especially when you don't feel it. Breathe in And feel the gentle expansion of your heart as it makes space for all of you, light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, joy and sorrow. Breathe out and release the need to hide any part of yourself from the light of your own compassion. You're not broken because you're different. You're not broken because you're different. The parts of you that don't fit, the way you think, the way you feel, the way you experience the world, they're not defects. They're your unique fingerprint on this earth. The world doesn't need more copies, it needs more of you. Your sensitivity, your depth, your intensity, they're not problems to be solved. They're gifts waiting to be embraced. The very qualities you've been trying to hide are the ones that will help you connect with others who feel just as unseen as you do. You are not broken because you've been hurt. You're not broken because you've been hurt. Hurt doesn't make you damaged, it makes you human. And healing from hurt doesn't mean erasing the scars. It means learning to see them as evidence of your survival, your strength, your resilience. Those wounds you carry, they've shaped your empathy, your understanding, your capacity for deep connection. They've given you the ability to recognize pain in others and offer compassion because you know what it feels like. Your healing isn't about becoming someone who's never been hurt. It's about becoming someone who's been hurt and still chooses to love, to trust, to hope. You're not broken because you need rest. You're not broken because you need rest. Your exhaustion isn't laziness. It's your body's wisdom telling you that you've been carrying too much for too long. Your need to pause isn't a failure. It's a sacred invitation to reconnect with yourself. In a world that glorifies busyness, choosing rest is revolutionary. It's an act of profound self-love that says, I matter enough to take care of myself. Your worth isn't tied to your productivity. It's inherent, unchanging, unshakable. You are worthy of rest simply because you exist. You're not broken because you feel too much. You're not broken because you feel too much. Your depth of feeling isn't a burden. It's your superpower. It's what allows you to experience joy more fully, to create more meaningfully, to connect more authentically. The world may have told you to shrink your emotions, to toughen up, to stop being so sensitive, but I'm telling you now, your sensitivity is your gift. It's what makes you capable of profound love, deep understanding, and meaningful connection. The parts of you that feel too much are the very parts that will help you heal yourself and others. You are not broken because you're still here. You are not broken because you're still here. Every time you've wanted to give up but chose to keep going. That's not evidence of brokenness. That's evidence of extraordinary strength. Every time you felt like you couldn't take another breath but somehow did. That's not weakness, that's resilience, that's courage. That's the indomitable spirit within you that refuses to be extinguished, no matter how dark the night. You are not broken for surviving. You are whole in your survival, beautiful in your resilience, miraculous in your continued presence. My dear one, as we come to the end of our time together, I want you to know this with every fiber of your being. You are not broken. You have never been broken. The parts you've been hiding aren't flaws to be fixed. They're sacred pieces of your story waiting to be integrated. They're not evidence of your failure. They're evidence of your humanity. They're not reasons to hide. They're invitations to deepen your self-love. This journey of healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been beneath the layers of shame, fear, and self-doubt. It's about reclaiming the parts of yourself you've been taught to hide and recognizing them as your greatest strengths. It's about learning to see yourself not as a problem to be solved, but as a beautiful, evolving human being worthy of love and compassion, exactly as you are in this moment. So whenever that old voice whispers that you're broken, I want you to remember this truth. You are not broken. You are becoming. You are healing. You are whole. Even in your perceived imperfections, your worth isn't conditional on your productivity, your emotional state, or how together you appear. It's inherent, unchanging, unshakable. You are worthy of love and belonging simply because you exist. Be gentle with yourself as you continue this journey. Speak to yourself as you would speak to your dearest friend who was struggling. Offer yourself the same compassion, the same patience, the same unconditional love. The parts you've been hiding don't need to be fixed. They need to be seen, honored, and integrated. They're not broken pieces of you. They're sacred aspects of your wholeness waiting to be embraced. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to hide any part of yourself to be worthy of love. You are enough, exactly as you are, right now in this moment. Not when you lose weight, not when you get the promotion, not when you fix your anxiety or depression. Right now, as you are, with all your perceived flaws, all your hidden parts, all your messy humanity. You are enough. So take a deep breath in and feel the truth of these words settling into your bones. I am not broken. I am beautifully, messily, wonderfully human. Breathe out and release the illusion that you need to be perfect to be loved. You are not broken. You are not broken. You are whole. You are healing. You are worthy. You are loved. Exactly here, exactly now.